Hey guys, HW here. We're in Hyde Park, just right next to St Mary's Cathedral, and a stone's throw from the buildings of the Central Business District. Today, seeing I was here, I thought I'd give you a cheeky look into a way to get down to Woolloomooloo from the city undercover, so you don't get wet if it's raining. I did mention it in one of my previous videos where I did a bit of underground action in Sydney, and I'll post the link in here for that video. But let's get down and see if this this way through to Woolloomooloo is still open. Head down the stairs here for the entrance to the Domain Express walkway. Haven't been down here for years, so have no idea whether it's still operating or not. What a bummer. It's not operating. This is supposed to be one of those moving walkways that they call a movator, which you see at the airport. And this one's a massive one that takes you from Hyde Park pretty much down to almost Woolloomooloo. And of course it's not operating today, is it? So we just came from. What a pain in the neck. But yeah, look, I don't know whether this is completely out of action now. Maybe they only have it open on certain days. Obviously, when the city's open for business for the workers, it's probably open to race them up from the car park, which is at the bottom here, up into the city. But that's a shame. But look, it's an easy walk. It's all downhill, so still a way to get down to Woolloomooloo from the city to avoid the rain if it's raining. I'm just holding the microphone behind my head so that you don't hear the steps as I walk down here. It's so sensitive though, it's probably still picking it up. When you come down here as a kid, it's much more entertaining when it's actually moving, because you can race down here pretty quickly. And here we are down in the car park, which they say is still part of the Domain, or underneath the Domain. That's why it's called the Domain car park. So let's see if we can get out. They probably don't make it easy to get out and stop people from from doing this. Be funny if I get stuck in the car park. Here we go. It's hiding behind the staircase here, so you can get out. So now we've pretty much skipped the domain, and look at that. We're out in daylight again. And if you walk just past that bridge there, into one of the side streets, you're pretty much in Woolloomooloo. And then it's an easy walk to the pubs and restaurants of Woolloomooloo. Just trying to get my bearings here now myself. Pretty sure there's a walk bridge up here. We might take that walk bridge and actually walk through the domain rather than getting down into Woolloomooloo. Might save Woolloomooloo for another day. So yeah, again, so we just came out of the domain car park here. And I'm just going to walk up here to this walkway bridge and just show you how easy it is to get across to Woolloomooloo. And then we might take a walk through the domain and head back into the city. This one will only be a short vid today, so just happened to be out this way. And then after this vid lands on the tube, there'll be a bit of a delay in the vids coming out because got something special coming up, which I'll share with all of you when it transpires. So here we are out the back of the Art Gallery of New South Wales, and here's the little walk bridge that you can take over to Woolloomooloo, and you can see the wharfs of Woolloomooloo across the road there. Naval ships in the background. So yeah, this little bridge will take you across the expressway. This expressway leads to the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Sydney Harbour Tunnel. So again, if you come into Sydney and you want to walk down to Woolloomooloo and it might be really stinking hot or raining, get that down that domain walkway, down into the domain car park and out onto the street where I just showed you. And again, that's the domain car park just on the other side of that rail line there. It's one of the sculptures out the back of the domain, sorry, outside the back of the art gallery. I used to know what these matches signified, but I can't remember, so I'm going to have to go up and have a look at the plaque. I think it's got something to do with before and after New Year's or something like that. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a Brett Whiteley sculpture. Brett Whiteley's a pretty famous artist in Australia who's since passed away. What's it says? It says almost once, black butt timber and fiberglass. Oh, there's no plaque on it to tell us what it's all about. Anyway, I was completely wrong, wasn't I? Delightful St Mary's Cathedral and Sydney Centrepoint Tower in the background over there. We need to get out of this sun. This sun's just gonna blast the GoPro, and the GoPro's gonna shit itself. So now I'd agree that we're in the domain, but just before I wasn't in agreement. There's another McLaren. There's the Art Gallery in New South Wales over there. We're not going to go there today, we're going to walk through the domain. Domain's still littered with the leftovers of a number of concerts that they had over the Christmas period. Thus these metal barriers. Here, the week before Christmas, they have Sydney's Christmas carols, which is televised, and then the following week the week of Christmas, they have the carols in the domain down in Melbourne. They've got a domain down there too. We've got a domain. They've got a domain. Their one's more famous because it's the one that actually happens in the week of Christmas. And there's the stage that would have been used in the carols by candlelight in Sydney a week before Christmas. And then there was another couple of festivals after that. There was another couple of concerts. What was it called? There was some event here, I think even only just last week. I think it was called Field Day or something like that. I don't know whether you can see on the camera here, but this domain park just here is quite angled. There's quite an incline on it, and in the business world, they've got a couple of corporate leagues that play lunchtimes on Thursdays. They play rugby league and soccer down here, and so it's always a pain in the neck when it's your turn to run uphill during the game. But that's what happens. So you come here in winter, you'll see a couple of goalposts up here. I had a mate that used to play for the Qantas team in the corporate league, and boy, were they an interesting side. There's some real characters in there. I used to have to listen to him complaining about having to run uphill in the second half or first half, depending on the toss. Shout out to Paul if he ever comes across this video. Trying to make my way towards Martin Place now. Get down Martin Place and finish the vid, probably up the top of Martin Place in Macquarie Street, and say goodbye to you. So again, only a short vid today, really only extending onto that other underground vid that I did. I'm going to sneak through the grounds of Sydney Hospital here. The old Sydney Hospital. Next to it over here is Parliament House. I'll try to get into this shade. Camera will crap itself. Terrible of me being a Sydney sider, but I really don't know whether this is still an operating hospital or not. I assume it is. I have no idea how you end up here. I know it's a bit of an eye hospital, so maybe people mainly come here with eye injuries. I'm really not sure. You'll have to look it up yourself. Alright, we're on Macquarie Street. Gonna rejoin the tourists now, and I'll get ready to wrap up this little vid in Macquarie Street, up the top of Martin Place. So, thanks for coming on the little journey today. Make sure you're whacking a like, thumbs up now if you can, and I'll see you in the next video. HW over and out. The video is over.